Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're back for ARC qualifying today at the most prestigious race of the season, I guess, at Monaco. We're joined by TRT White Claw, aka Carson.
Hi. Yeah, this is my first time commentating, so it should be a fun one to watch and see how all the drivers do.
If you all didn't know, Carson is also our news reporter. He wrote the last 4 news articles. I liked them. I think everyone liked them, so it's great to know everyone likes it. So yeah.
Okay. Well, just waiting on the drivers to ready up, I guess now. So
Yeah.
we'll see how long it takes them to get going.
So the drivers not racing today, or qualifying today, I should say, are Nick Pancras and Topia team. So yeah, a Haas and Williams will have to start at the back of the race tomorrow. So what do you think of that? That the slower cars tend to not qualifying at all.
Well, I mean, if the slower cars don't qualify, I mean, they're slower cars, so they probably will be farther to the back of the grid. So, I mean, they could probably expect starting at the back, regardless of whether or not they qualify. But it does just take out a bit of an option to take advantage of cars that crash and cars that don't make mistakes on their laps and all that.
Yeah, I agree. Especially like when it would be raining, for example, in qualifying, the slower cars tend to make up a lot of time to in comparison to the faster cars like the Mercedes or Red Bull. So they should be taking advantage of qualifying at difficult conditions such as the street circuit, which I would say is difficult as well. I don't know what you think of that, but
it does look like it's going to be full dry, but taking advantage of the wet is something the slower cars should definitely do. I mean, like, the rain's the great equalizer. People have said that over time, and you could see it here and in real life. So, you know, it just gives them a better chance, and it's definitely a good opportunity to jump on if you can.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Okay, so a few cars have gone out, which is the first Bouillard, I think.
It's like an Alfa Romeo on
Jackson.
Yeah, it's TM Ducky
Okay.
out first, it looks like.
So yeah, Alfa Romeo together with Williams not scoring any points at all in the first 6 races, and I mean, it's, yeah, of course quite disappointing, but with an upcoming transfer window, you'd really have to start thinking about what you want to do in that, because when a driver isn't living up to their expectations or something, then I mean, it's not my choice to make, but my decision to make, but I would have to say I'd drop either of those 2 drivers now driving Alfa Romeo. It's just hard to say which one, because they're, well, both at quite an equal pace, I'd say. I don't know if you think the one is better than the other or not.
Well, yeah, I mean, they've both had a tough start to the season as Ducky starts his lap here. But it's kind of, you know, weird to see the gap from Haas to the bottom 2 teams so big. I mean, Bolin did great in the Haas to get points in Vietnam. It was a really good drive, and sure, you could say it was some luck on the strategy, but at the same time, you know, he just had good pace in the car. So yeah, it's weird to see the Haas have such a big gap to the Williams and the Alfa Romeo, which just haven't been there this year.
Yeah, I agree. Haas have had a like really strong lineup all year. Although they've been switching around drivers very frequently.
A lot, yeah.
But they seem to be getting those results. Although not in the last race. I don't quite remember what happened again.
Crumpton got some penalties for some contact with some other drivers, and thought the team hit a spinning Alfa Romeo, or he spun and the Alfa Romeo had to avoid him or something along those lines. His Ducky does a 1:12.5. Next person to cross the line looks like it's Felix or Sam D, who does a 1:11.9. So the gap is just where you'd expect it to be, from the Alfa Romeo to the Alpha Tauri. And then Ashy Boy, and Benjamin does a 10.3, which is a very good lap. And Tim Wenty goes even faster than that with a 1:09.9.
And that's, I thought there was Legend in the wall, but he was just slowing down.
Yeah. All over the place now with the first laps being set. Looks like TTVI Quicks has been validated and pulls into the pit lane as TRT Boyerud goes across the line to set a 1:10.3, which only puts him at P6 with his teammate Jackson about 4/10 behind. Who's next to finish this lap? It looks like
Monster's lost a big part of his front wing.
Oh yeah, he has no wing now. Yeah.
I can't see it.
There's a huge traffic jam
in
Sector 1. It looks like there's a Williams approaching. That's Black Fox, the only Williams. And he is on a lap, going into a huge traffic jam in these few corners here. Yeah.
It's quite a scrappy lap.
Yeah, it looks like everyone after the first run is heading into the pits. Doesn't look like many people are going to stay on for a second run, except for Legend, who's on a lap right now, and he hasn't invalidated. He's gone purple in the second sector. Takes Raspas with a bit of a lock-up, but nice and clean. Final corner, big squirm. And he comes across the line. Doesn't look like this is going to be the cleanest lap, but it might just be a good one. And it's a 1:09.2. Wow.
Did he do 2 laps on the start? Yeah, okay.
He did, yes. And Darth FIFA in the Renault is P2. Completely missed that. And FEL Magic Alonso, also P4, which is very good from a Renault driver. And TTVI Quicks is on his out lap now. The Apex goes T14, the last of all the timed runners, with a 13.7. And Crumpton in the Haas goes P12 now because someone improved. It looks like it was...
Felix. Oh, look at that lap. That's so good for AlphaTauri.
For AlphaTauri, yeah. He's out of Bolin, who's also on a lap now, going into Rascas. Looks like everyone's locking up into there, at least the drivers who use ABS off. Bit of a squirm from Bolin. What's he gonna do? Looks like it'll be an improvement of 2/10 to put him in P5, ahead of VRT Benjamin. Now, while laps kind of calm down here, do you have any predictions for today's race? Or qualifying, I mean, not race.
I think it'll be Legend on pole, as Tim and Benjamin both don't Darth FIFA, Tim, Magic Alonso, Bolin, Benjamin, Buirord, Monster,
Jackson all
they all don't use racing line, and this is definitely like one of the hardest circuits
to go without the line.
Yeah, exactly. So he definitely has an advantage with his car and his the assist he uses. So yeah, that's basically why I think he'll get pole, and that's why is the Williams there?
Well, it's also a pretty safe bet to say that Legend will get pole based on his track record. I mean, we've seen both Jamil and Kyle think. As Fel Magic Alonso blocks Ismail into the last corner, Iquix into the last corner, and Iquix goes P3. Probably improvable after being blocked by the Renault. Not sure if he'll report that or not. It's a very brief block, but it certainly was affecting him.
I don't think people should be reporting for minor incidents that happen in Q1. It's not like...
Yeah, I think that's fair. He's obviously going to get out of Q1, so...
And he doesn't even... It's not like it's his rival, so I wouldn't see why he would report anyone. Was it Dart FIFA or Magic Alonso?
It was Magic Alonso. Yes.
Okay, yeah, then especially I don't think he'll report because they're friends, so...
Yeah, well, it looks like Tim's on a lap now, but like I was saying earlier, Legend for pole is a safe bet. We've seen 2 Red Bulls at China and Netherlands secure it, and the other Red Bull at the Netherlands got the win, and then in China, Legend took the win, even though he didn't get pole. But position is everything in Monaco, so if you have good quality pace, if you keep it clean in the race, you probably will be in a good position. Tim Wenting has a lock-up into the Nouvelle chicane.
That's...
Oh, and he hits the wall. Yes, he hit the wall. And it looks like he's speeding back to the pits now.
His teammate's also coming into the pits this lap, I think. Oh, no, sorry, he'll do another lap.
Oh, he's staying out. Yeah, it looks like he was doing a bit of an installation lap after invalidating, getting ready for this one. Now, Benjamin, he's had a very strong season when he was with Renault. Obviously, last week in Spain it was tough for him. But he was one of my predictions to be right up there in qualifying, especially with the Red Bull's good pace around Monaco. It always has been a good car here, so hopefully they can live up to those Red Bull Monaco expectations.
At the moment, it doesn't seem like Red Bull has the pace at all, as they're in 5th and 7th.
Yeah, they only have set 1 run so far in Q1, so I'm not sure if that changes anything compared to the people ahead of them, but you can see Bolin did 5 laps on his softs, and Legend's done 2 laps. I think the only people who've actually done 1 lap are Darth FIFA, and Tim, because he broke his wing on his last one. But Benjamin is going through Rascals here. He locks up the left
yeah,
tire.
he has wing damage, I believe. That is Crumpton. I don't know why he's staying. Interesting.
Oh, that's weird.
Jackson is also on the lap. Who is 610 up?
The Atix.
I just say Atix.
Yeah, Atix.
Atix. I don't know what it. Oh.
Whoa. Jackson, big slide.
Yeah, extra rotation.
Yeah, maybe. The Ferrari isn't a great car at Monaco, as we do see Jackson inevitably abort his lap after those big slides. But the Ferrari has never been a good car around Monaco, especially with the performance buff this year. I mean, it can't be an easy beast to drive around this track. Which is probably why we see the likes of, you know, the Renault and even Felix's AlphaTauri right up there. Just because, you know, Monaco is a big change for a lot of the lower downforce cars. And the high downforce cars really do get a good advantage here.
The Ferrari is actually surprisingly good, or it has a surprisingly good chassis. As you know, Red Bull has 100%, then Ferrari would have about 85%. So it's actually like 3rd or 4th best chassis.
Oh, Black Fox spun at turn 1. He does have wing damage. He goes backwards on track. That must be a disqualification. He pretty much spun up the hill and drove backwards. And it doesn't look like he is disqualified, which is good for him, because I don't think that would have been necessarily fair, so he was just turning the car.
As Crumpton sneaks behind him, does he get out of the way?
Yeah.
Does it,
He is on an outlap.
Oh, okay.
Crumpton, so it's not too much of a worry. but Black Box does let him by regardless. Wushel is on an in lap. You can see TTVI clicks. Oh, purple sector won, but the game could be lying to us. Who knows?
Oh, it's always the case that the game's lying.
Yeah, well,
I never trust the sector times.
The big trend with this game is it lies to us, so we will have to see.
Monaco uses up quite a lot of ERS actually. I didn't know. Like a lap takes more than 50% of your battery, so.
Yeah, that's tough if you want to do two consecutive runs. Oh, iQuick's huge spin. Yeah, that happens. Oh, and he resets the track. But he does have a huge. It's a tough third sector to handle, especially Monaco sector 3, just due to the fact that you need to have high downforce to take them at speeds. And it's a high downforce circuit, but the max downforce setup you can put on sometimes doesn't always handle it. Especially in my experience with just driving at the track. It's definitely not easy. Oh, I haven't even checked the live chat yet. Yeah, well, people are predicting Legend in the chat. And, you know, we can't really be surprised with that prediction. It's fair. And with 4 minutes to go,
Benjamin Foss, the second sector. Yeah, he retired in the pits, so he'll start Q2.
Benjamin only improves by 1/10.5.
Is that worrying? I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, the ones that have to get out of Q1 are Atix and TM Ducky. It's Atix. Oh, Atix invalidated his previous lap time, so he might have to go again. I think, or is he going into?
Yeah. Oh no. Well, he has enough time. 3 minutes. That's enough time.
Just about, I guess.
There's no need for Legend, like anyone in the top, probably top, probably top 7 right now to really be out on track just based on their car and their time. I don't think the bottom 3 will get anywhere near there.
I think the top 13 don't have to go out on track at all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we'll see any Alfa Romeos or Williams into Q2. It's not that I don't have faith, it's just that I don't have faith in their car, really, in all honesty. It's just, I don't think the car is good enough to get out of Q1. And Crumpton's just, you know, he's done well in the Haas, so I'm not surprised to see him out of Q1.
Yeah. To be fair, he's driven quite well. So the pace was quite well, but the driving standards weren't quite as we'd like to see yet.
In Spain.
Hopefully it's better tomorrow during the race. It'll be chaotic,
yeah,
so
especially around Monaco, especially if you're dirty. You know, if you can't drive side by side or behind someone or in front of someone at a track like Spain, then you're sure as hell not going to be able to do it around Monaco.
As Wushel is on a lap, and so is Ashy Boy.
Yes, the 2 McLarens trying to improve. Now, I'm not sure what TM Ducky is doing. Is he just not going out again? Because if he's not going out now...
TM Ducky is on an out lap for me.
Yes, he literally just changed it from a hit to out lap for me. But yeah, but it looks like they do want to set another lap, which is probably the right call if they want to have any chance at all getting out of Q1. As FBL
That's in the pits, I believe.
In the pits. Boyrud, yep, we'll see a ton of those now. Unless they're on track, I probably won't say anything about it. As Wushel comes around the final corner, his lap is valid. Trying to hunt for the top 10 maybe. What's he do? it's not an improvement. He was 200ths off his fastest lap.
Yeah, he hit the wall somewhere in the lap, so that's why.
Yeah, I don't see any visible damage on his car, but it still probably cost him time.
Attic's now on a lap, trying to beat at least his teammate, I guess, of Team Ducky. Through Casino Square, it's a lot of understeer, but you'd expect that from an Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, from an Alfa Romeo, it will be understeery.
Quite nice braking into Mirabeau. The hairpin, very wide line. If he's on, yeah, especially on controller, I did a comparison. It's just the wheel's so much better.
On your Instagram, yes.
You'd lose at least a tenth as controller player in that corner.
Is he on controller? It does look like it.
Yeah, it does look like it.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's improving. I can't.
He's 5 tenths up, based on his split.
He just messed up.
5 tenths is. Let me do some quick maths. Oh, he's gonna have to. It's gonna be close between him and Crumpton. Crumpton, who is done. Let's see. Is it enough? Nope,
No,
not enough. Now.
I don't think Team Ducky's out.
It looks like Ducky's slowed down. So the bottom 3 in Q1 are Team Ducky, the Attics, and Black Fox, which we probably could have guessed just based on car performance. Crumpton in the Haas is out of Q1. Another good lap for him, considering the Alfa Romeo, the closest in the bottoms, were 8 tenths off him. So another good lap from him. But will he be able to convert it in the race, as everyone does retire now? So, Q1 results. Legend, Darth FIFA, iQuicks, Bolin, Tim Wenting, Jackson, TRT Boyard, FEL Magic Alonso, VRT Benjamin, Felix 1, Monster, Ashy Boy, Wushel, Sam D, Crumpton, then the bottom 3 who were knocked out, TM Ducky, the Attics, and Black Fox.
So yeah, surprisingly, Dart FIFA and P2, that's that's so good in a Renault, only 6 tenths off.
Sure. Especially to be ahead of iQuicks and the Mercedes, and the racing points, and even the Red Bulls, who are supposed to be the faster car here.
Yeah. I believe there's quite a lot of as the PSGL tier placements are now going on. I have not seen Benjamin's name and Bolin and Tim's name, I think. So they're either in
now?
F1 or F2. I believe they're just all in F2, but
well, F1 you do see a lot of IGK guys and people like them up there.
Oh no, sorry, Tim Wenting is in PSGL F5. But
F5?
still, yeah,
Okay,
from the 11
like,
tiers, it's quite good.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very competitive league. It looks like Felix is out first on track, and he will be the first to set a lap. Now, let's put on the tire detail as fitted. Now, who has fitted the mediums? Right now, Legend, Bolin, Monster, Benjamin, and iQuicks have put on the medium. Now, if it's anything to go off of Q1 by, the Red Bulls do need to put in a good medium lap if they do want to get in that top 10.
Tim's not on the mediums for some reason. Or he made a mistake selecting tires.
On an outlap.
Yeah.
Is he going super slowly on his outlap? Because I would not want to be locking up on my outlap if I were going to go into the pits and change to mediums after the game screwed me over and chose softs. So I do think he will be setting a soft lap. Yeah, but no surprise that we don't have Crumpton or the Alpha Tauris on, or even the McLarens for that matter, on mediums, as they are all in the fight to get out as Felix starts his lap here.
Quite good, no invalidation. I believe.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry. Casino Square. Yeah, understeer just in this car.
It's tough in all the cars. I mean, I've played realistic car performance not much on this game, but I do notice that, you know, the only car that really feels nice is the Mercedes, because that's what everyone's used to on equal car performance leagues. So, yeah, I mean, it's definitely a tough way to drive when you're using a realistic car that isn't as good, but I'm sure everyone does practice as Felix goes deep at Nouvelle Chicane, but does not invalidate. But yeah, it's tough for everyone who's not in the Mercedes. They have to get adapted to a whole different car than what they're used to using in other leagues. Felix goes through the final corner. Across the line, looks like he's on for a 110.7. Not a bad lap from the AlphaTauri driver. I'm not sure if that was faster than his Q1 lap.
And Alonso invalidated. Poor.
And drives FIFA with a 110.0 on the soft tire. And Tim Wenting with a 109.5 on the softs. That will be tough if he's going to reconsider and switch to mediums. So I think he's deadlocked on the soft tire.
Is Benjamin on slap? No, he's starting again.
Legend on the mediums, 109.2. That's a good lap.
Oh wow.
And Benjamin goes ahead of Monster's on the mediums. Benjamin's on the mediums. He goes ahead of Benfica, but behind his teammate. Legend on mediums. Always. Ashy Boy is P last, but it looks like he has made a mistake because he is now, it looks like he's on an in lap, but he definitely has made a mistake on that lap because his Q1 lap was quicker than that.
As
iQuicks did go out on mediums and he went back into the pits after
oh
my god, that was terrifying for the Renault.
That was scary stuff.
FEL Magic Alonso had to avoid a Ferrari and a Mercedes coming out of the pit lane there at turn 1. Oh my gosh. That's a tough pit lane entry. You really got to be aware when you're going down that straight. These people do like to shorten the distance to turn 1 or to the line, depending on whether you're finishing or starting a lap, by going to the right side. And if a car is coming out, I mean, the car coming out can't do anything, and you just got to react and adapt. So he's lucky to get out of that situation. Alright.
Could have been both a DNF. That would have been bad.
Yeah, that would have been bad for iQuicks, who is trying to claw his way through the order after a few tough races. But the thing we haven't talked about yet, the Mercedes duo is retained for Season 2. That's big news.
To be honest, I didn't quite expect it, looking at the last few results from iQuicks, of course. Yeah. And I thought Legend was thinking about going to a different team as well, but it seems like all of that is untrue. So
the thing that caught me off guard was that, you know, it's round 7 now of 22.
1/3. Yeah.
That's all I have to say. Like, we're not even at the mid-season driver transfer point yet, and they're already like, we're keeping these drivers for Season 2, which just, it confuses me. It really does confuse me. Boy Road did a 10.7 pretty much on softs. Not a bad lap for the Ferrari driver, but I do think he can improve on that just based on Q1 and track evolution.
I think it's quite strong here, the track evolution.
It is, yes. Monaco does have a lot of track evolution based on league races I've done, as iQuicks is out on a lap on the mediums. No wing damage as he goes into Sector 3. Did I jinx him? No, I did not, because he hasn't hit a wall yet.
Tim Wenting improved his lap time, I think,
He did, yes, he's now within a tenth of Legend, but they are on different tire compounds. And iQuicks comes across the line to go P4, so almost a second slower than his teammate on the same tire compound. That certainly will have to close for Q3 if iQuicks wants any chance to be right up there with his teammate. Anyone else on laps? Looks like Bolin.
Yeah, Sam D is on a lap. Bolin's starting?
Yes.
Okay.
His first lap. Oh,
yeah.
Sam D hit the wall and invalidated. That is tough. That is tough. Jackson the pits. Monster, yeah, it looks like Monster's on a lap.
Bolin is improving by a tenth now, so he'll
Both
get
racing points trying to get through on the mediums. And the Wushel is up a tenth. The Wushel, not the Wushel, is up a tenth going at the final corner. Will it move him up? No, but he did improve his lap by 700. Bolin entering sector 2. Tricky sector to get correct. But it does say he did get a purple sector 2, which probably isn't right. But
he improved by 500 in the second sector. As
he improves by 2/10.
Yeah, okay.
To P4, and I don't think that means he did get a purple sector 2, despite what the game does tell us.
And Monster P8.
P8. He doesn't improve on the leaderboard, but he does improve his time, which will make it harder for the likes of the drivers behind him.
Who's that? Okay, that was Benjamin slowing down.
Going slowly. There is a a Ferrari behind him. Yeah, it looks like Jackson's on a lap, and
no, he's in 0% ERS or mode 0. Sorry, so he's not on a lap. Maybe an out lap. In lap. Sorry.
He hasn't done any laps on these tires though. That's confusing. Did he? Oh, he's put it in mode 2 now.
I understand, because at the main straight, the ERS is completely depleted. So
as Benjamin whizzes through the Nouvelle chicane to get past him, but he will not hold him up, as it looks like Benjamin is not going too slowly. Jackson goes purple in sector 2, but that's what every driver has done so far, including Black Fox and Williams in Q1, so we'll have to see what he does as he crosses the line. Looks like it'll be a 110, 110,
oh.
1!
That pushes Bouillard, his teammate, out.
Yes, wow, that is...
He's on the lap as well.
Yes, he is, and he is up by 2/10 as they cross the sector 2
enough?
split. And he went purple! What a surprise.
Not for me this time, actually.
Oh, really? Well, that just shows you how broken this game really is. As he goes around the final corner, it looks like he is also on for a 110, and it's a 110-1. The Ferrari split by 55 milliseconds, took me a few seconds to get that math correct, but yes, it does look like the Ferrari battle is very close, which pushes Wushel, who's in the pits right now, to P11. So the drivers who need to go out and set laps are Wushel, Felix, Ashy Boy, Crumpton, and Sam D, and none of them are going to do so, as it looks like a McLaren just drove out. That is one of the 2 McLarens. Oh, Ashy Boy is driving out now. But we will see those bottom 5 come out soon, so they can set laps, attempting to get into Q3. The question is, will they? I mean, I can't imagine Crumpton will, just based on
Crumpton has not gone out yet of the pits.
He hasn't, nor has Sam D. Oh, Sam D has gone out, but he hasn't set lap, but he does drive out now. Who's on a lap? It looks like TTV iQuicks is going around the final corner, seeing if he can improve on his time.
It was quite a scrappy lap, so I'm not sure if he can improve.
He improved by 300s, looks like he's going for another one, but he's going to run out of ERS, so I can't imagine it will be an improvement.
He could save in the at the beginning of the second sector.
Yeah.
And of course at Raskas, so
he goes
he
purple
doesn't,
in sector 1. He goes a 10th off, but
he doesn't put
purple.
it down.
He hasn't put it down, which leads me to believe that he will lose time in the high speed sector, end of sector 2, beginning of sector 3.
Monster's also got to push now, because
he's
only
out on the soft. So the people who were planning to go through on the mediums were Legend, Benjamin, Bolin, iQuicks, and Monster. And right now, only 2 of them have the mediums on. That is Legend and iQuicks. So, looks like people's plans have changed as they've seen competitive lap times coming in. As iQuicks does improve to P3.
The gap from P9 to P3 is only 0.3, so it's so close.
It's fair game, but it does look like everyone except for the 2 Mercs are now on mediums, as Tim Wentink retired in the pits, and he set his best lap on the softs. No surprise. So
Tart FIFA P3, quite good.
Oh, FEL Magic Alonso jumped his teammate. Take P3 from him. Now, who is the first of the people who are going to get knocked out on the lap? So the Wushell's on the lap. He's going through sector 3 now. He was up in sector 2, and it looks like his time is going to be faster than Monster's, but not faster than Jackson's right now. So we'll see as he goes around the final corner. Looks like he's on for a 110 of sorts, and it's a 110-2.
As Monster.
As Monster immediately goes faster, so Wushell will have to improve again. Sam goes across the line, and he sets a invalidated 113, and Felix went across the line, and he improved by 0.6 to put him into P10.
I believe that might be the first time he's in the top 10, well, professionally now, if he can keep it.
Provisionally, as he does have Jackson behind him on a lap. So...
As someone crashed maybe in
sector 2, it's a Red Bull.
Does he have damage? No.
Benjamin, no damage. He could have been slowing for a driver, or he's slowing to start a lap. But yeah, it looks like he's heating up his tires now. He goes into neutral for a second. So it looks like he's just going to be starting a lap now. And it looks like Ashy Boy is out.
As Wushell is P8.
110-0. What a lap from Wushell.
That means that Bolin is almost pushed down to P11.
Bolin's got a checkered flag. Bolin's done. So will Bolin stay in the top 10? There's Felix and Jackson who will want to get in there. But Jackson's not improved. And
Buywards finished his lap. And you said Jackson didn't improve, so...
He hasn't. He's 6 seconds down, and he pulls into the pits. Jackson out in Q2. That is big for the Ferrari driver. Big. Crumpton, out no lap. Sam, out no lap. Ashy Boy did set a lap, but it just wasn't good enough to get him out.
Benjamin is...
Felix is done.
Okay. Benjamin invalidated his lap, so...
Benjamin invalidated. And so did Wushell. So quali is done. These are the results. Legend on top on the mediums. Here we go. We'll see. Detail best. So who is through on the mediums? We have Legend, iQuicks, Benjamin, and Bolin, who is through on the mediums, which is big for him because he did manage to stay inside the top 10. Yes. So. What a lap from the from Wushell though. That was a very, very strong lap. 7/10 ahead of his teammate, ahead of the 2 Ferrari drivers. that should not go unnoticed because that was a very, very good lap.
Under pressure as well in P11 or 12.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
was
know.
fighting to get out for sure, and he certainly did deliver.
So the drivers out in Q2 are Felix 1, Jackson, and then Ashley Boy in the McLaren, Crumpton, and then Sam D. But Crumpton will start 15th as he didn't drive out of the pits, and Sam D did, however. So that's the drivers out in Q2.
Then the 4 drivers on the mediums, like we said, Boland, Benjamin, Iquix, and Legend, who tops another session. Now, Q3, the pole position shootout. Legend is clearly the favorite. For P2, who do you have right now?
For P2, I honestly believe Benjamin is quicker than Tim Wenting.
Yep, that's a fair assumption.
Both Renaults are so close to the Red Bulls, so if the Red Bulls screw up, then Renault are the ones taking advantage of it.
Yes.
And racing
the
points,
people who I don't think are in the fight are the Ferrari of TRT Boyrud. I mean, I'm sure if he was in a better car, he would be up there, but unfortunately, it's just the Ferrari. And Wuschel, who's in the McLaren, who I don't think will be challenging for the top positions in this session. Everyone else, I think, has a chance, though. The Racing Points, the Renaults, and the Mercedes. I do believe that they all have a chance.
Yeah.
The 2 Renaults out first. Darts FIFA leading the pair of them.
Everyone on new softs, by the way. So.
Yes, of course. Q3, softs all the way, all around. They are given an extra pair of soft, as I feel Magic Alonso does go past Darth FIFA for the lead of the train, but I'm sure the train will space out because it's not like Monza where you want to be in a train. It's Monaco where train kills you. So, yeah. The only driver not out on track was Wuschel, but right as I said that, of course, he does start his out lap.
So yeah, that's everyone on track now, and that is Magic Alonso starting his first lap. So
he goes up into mode 2. Ride on board with him, see what he can put in. He hits the wall on the exit of turn 1. So, no damage from that little bump, but he did hit the wall.
yeah, exactly. I tried to look at other onboards to see if there was any front wing aim plates on the ground, but I couldn't see anything. So
yeah, based on my my TV offset view I have set to when I commentate, I can't see the 2 M plates when he turns, and they do look all safe.
I have the default.
You have the default where it's like back to the left, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still have that.
I used to drive with TV offset as my main camera, so I edited around a bit. As FEL Magic Alonso goes through the final sector for Raskas, and he doesn't lock up, but I'm not sure what assist he is using.
Oh, no assist.
No assist? Well,
yeah.
In that case, he did a good job not to lock up, and it's the first driver.
Okay.
Oh, and Darth FIFA goes faster.
And Tim goes faster.
Racing Point crossing line at Bolin, he goes P3. Monster goes last, and Boyrud goes ahead of Monster, which is definitely a surprise.
Wow.
But it does look like it was a good lap from both, so that's a good lap. And oh, Legend. Wow.
Well, are we surprised?
We are not surprised, but that was a spectacular lap as VRT Benjamin goes across the line with a 108.7. Wow, the fight for pole is right there.
Oh.
It is right there. They are in a world of their own, the 108 world. I wish I could visit that place sometime, but...
Oh, me too.
Uh, and Wushel invalidated his laps, so it looks like he will be starting a new one now, as he's in mode 2, but he only has 40%.
If he saves, then he should be fine, I suppose.
I don't think anyone else will be doing a lap, as the 108's better been set on low fuel. Maybe Monster is on high fuel going for 2 laps. Nope, he's in the pits. So it looks like no one is going to be setting 2 runs, as I see a Red Bull blow by the chicane. iQuix is on his out lap.
Yeah, he aborted his first lap, so that's why, I guess.
Tim Wenting on an in lap, and yeah, so it looks like Wusho is the only person who is on a flyer.
Quite conservative at the Nouveau Chicane.
Yeah, it did look like it. It did look like a slow chicane for him. There's no delta, of course, because he has a set a lap and he invalidates. So that's tough. He'll probably pull into the pits, as I can see the fuel on his dash. It's nice and red. So yes, he does go into the pits. iQuix on his out lap, and Tim, which is an in lap. So TTV iQuix is the only driver out on track right now.
Oh.
And it looks like he's starting a lap. So
he almost hit the wall there on his out lap.
Yeah, I saw that. Just warming up his tires. TRT Bowie Rude is leaving the pit lane. Watch out, iQuix. Watch out.
Just the front of it.
Yeah, just barely. Lucky for him, that could have been bad. Bolin also on an out lap, and Legend leaves the pit lane. But iQuix going through sector 1 here, the split. It's an 18-1.
Oh, so deep.
Deep there. Very deep. And deep at the hairpin. No, that actually wasn't bad. It looked a little deep.
I think he cuts too much, or he brakes so late at the hairpin, and then he wants to cut back or something. But I believe it only loses you time, as the exit isn't important at all.
Yeah, it's a very short exit. It's all about mid-corner speed. This is probably the toughest sector on the track to not hit the wall. We did see him have a spin earlier in the session, so we'll see as he goes around the final corner. Looking nice and clean. Oh, with a little bit of a wiggle, but I think everyone's gone that at some point today. He goes across the line. It's a 109.2, so that puts him in P3. And Boyerud now going out on a lap. Let's see how he does.
I believe Tim's also improved his time, but I'm not sure.
Tim is on an out lap right now.
Yeah, I know, but
He's
whatever.
improving on an out lap. He can definitely improve on a hot lap.
No, I meant his delta was about 9/10, I thought, to Legend.
Yeah, nice.
So that's why.
I don't think he has set a lap since his first lap, but who knows. As Bird goes to the Nouvelle Chicane here, and he takes it a lot faster than we saw Lucio in Q2, which was very conservative. And the Ferrari and the McLaren are very similar cars from the testing I have done. Just by playing the game, they do feel quite similar. So
I feel like the Ferrari is more agile and more responsive, you know, than the.
I think the McLaren's it's a really boxy car to drive.
Yeah, it feels understeery.
Yeah. Boyer does do a 109.7, which is a very good lap. That puts him at P6 behind Tim Wenting, who is now in a lap.
Oh, he takes that quite well, I think.
Yeah, that did look nice as he goes through the fast sector 3. Let me see how he does. Yep, that looked all nice. Walk up into here. Yep. The only driver I haven't seen walk up into Rascas so far has been FEL Magic Alonso, so good job to him for not locking up.
He didn't
as
improve.
He doesn't improve.
I also
And
haven't seen iQuick's lock up there, but
iQuicks, yeah. I haven't really been on board with iQuicks much. He's just kind of been setting laps here and there. The only time I was on board with him was when he was the only car out on track. Looks like the two Renaults might be on laps, but for Thomas, I am getting the rev glitch, which is always music to my ears. But FEL Magic Alonso is first out of the two Renaults, and it looks like they are both on laps, so we'll go on board with FEL Magic Alonso.
yeah, I'm just still on board with Monster as he's finishing his lap.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's yeah, he lost the car, or a piece of his front wing, I guess. That should be his final run if he doesn't have wing damage.
And he goes 8th quickest. FEL Magic Alonso goes to the final corner, and he goes
P8.
Minor improvement.
Darth
FIFA
FIFA
going down the main street, and he does not improve. And I'm not going to ride on board with him for much longer because that rev glitch is bothering me. It looks like Wushel's on a lap. He hasn't set a lap time yet due to invalidation.
Benjamin is gonna start his lap as well, so I don't know.
That will be an interesting lap to ride on board with. So.
Oh,
oh my! Is ghosting on?
yes, it is on.
Oh, I'm surprised he didn't ghost. That was tight.
Oh, that's nearly
Benjamin
a DNF.
has lost. He's lost his wing along with his shot at pole. Yeah, there's no chance he gets pole
I
now,
think
so.
Buiyward's spun has also contributed to maybe a loss of concentration on his lap.
Yeah. Buiyward will not improve because he has spun, and does he have damage? It does. He has lost his right and
Oh, never mind. Sorry. I thought one of the red nose just disappeared on the track, but they retired to pits.
Yeah. It's like both Monster and Darth FIFA have retired in the pits. Wushel said a 110-2. That's like my prediction. Not going to put the McLaren in a very competitive position for this session. So yeah. Magic Alonso is done. Tim Wentink is going to start a lap now.
And Legends. Oh, he's nearly crashed. He held it just out of the wall.
And Legends done now, as it looks like he's going dead slow. Unless we do have a timing glitch on our hands here.
Oh,
Nope,
Tim's next lap has been invalidated for some reason.
He got this in next. Wow, so
Yeah.
that's Tim done. Bowie Road is slowed down. Bolin is on a lap, and iQuick is invalidated. So, so it's
Bolin's
so this
invalid,
is
yeah.
qualifying. So,
Buiyward's still on his lap, I think.
as I thought. He is slowed down a ton though, and he's missing half his wing. So.
Oh, okay. Well, oh yeah, I can see now. Oh, and that's.
Oh, and double wheel off. Nothing better than that.
That's
Okay, well, qualifying is over. It was certainly an eventful one. But what can we say? Legend got pole. No surprise there. So it's Legend, Benjamin, iQuicks, Bolin, Tim Wentink, Bowie Road, Darth FIFA, Magic Alonso, Monster, and Wushel is our Q3 order. Yeah.
So that was quite chaotic, and it was good to see that everyone gave each one another enough room on track with in laps, out laps,
and. Didn't seem to be
and
many incidents at all, so that was good.
yeah, I'm quite happy how that turned out. So tomorrow we'll get to see the race at 8:30 6:30 p.m. Or Central European time, I believe that is.
Yes, and then 7:30 GMT.
Yeah, 7:30 for the British people or anyone else living in GMT time zone. So yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow.